Head Straight Cross, founder of the Cross 3 Network. All right, so check this out. So, years ago, I forgot how old I was. I know, I think I was a teenager. And our choir had to go sing at another church's or another church's convocation. Okay, so that was a pretty big deal, and so the crazy thing is, so we got there, we got set up, good to go, we're rolling, and so we're doing the first song, right? And so with this first song, it was I don't remember the song, but I know it was a slow worship song. And so the intro, well, not the intro, but the beginning of the song was predominantly just keys. So that was just all me by myself. I'm out there by myself. And then for some reason, I just went blank and I screwed up. And so you're talking about embarrassing the choir. You're talking about embarrassing myself and even the musicians that were with me. Like, that's embarrassing, because this is a big deal. They didn't call anybody to come sing at their convocation. And so the lesson I learned from that is really, I never ever wanted to go through that again and put myself out there and embarrass myself. So, what I learned over the years is how to avoid embarrassing mistakes like that. So what I learned from that is there's two ways to practice. You got two options as far as practicing is concerned. The first option is you could practice like an amateur. The second option is you could practice like a pro. Okay, so let me break down the difference. So if you want to practice like an amateur, that's basically taking a song, learning it, and practicing it until you get it right. So you get the song right, and now you're done. You're ready to go. But the risky part is you might screw up when you get on stage. You just might screw up because it's not really embedded. You know what I mean? So that's the way I used to practice until I got tired of making mistakes. So now I'm not going to say like I'm a perfect musician. All musicians make mistakes here, one time or another. But the thing is that preparation is so key. The second option that you have as far as practicing is practicing like a pro. Now, professionals, they practice a lot different from amateurs. Their thing is professionals practice until they cannot get it wrong. So you get it right, you learn the song, you get it right, and that's fine. But you're not finished. You got to practice it over and over and over and over until you cannot mess up. That's how I practice now. And so now when I practice, when I change my practice from practicing like an amateur to a professional, and this has nothing to do, by the way, this has nothing to do with how much you get paid. This has nothing to do if you're a volunteer. Has nothing to do with how good you are. This has nothing to do with if you're undeveloped. I'm just talking about the mindset and the strategy behind practicing. This has nothing to do with what you actually practice. This has nothing to do with am I good? Am I not good? No, this is just learning material and preparation. That's all this is that I'm talking about. So practicing like a pro allows you to have a song so embedded into you that you could play it in your sleep. I've literally practiced songs falling asleep, and you get it to the point that where you cannot mess up. So that's the difference, and that's your two options. And see, practicing like a pro, no matter what your level is, that allows you to avoid embarrassing mistakes. So that's your two choices. You can practice like an amateur, you can practice like a pro. The choice is yours, but just know there's consequences. There's negative consequences when you practice like an amateur because it's risky. And if you practice like a pro, yes, it's going to cost you time, but you're going to be solid. Okay. So I hope that helps. If you'd like to learn gospel keys by ear with just $10 a month, click the link in the bio or click the link above this video.